Hello. This is segment 3 of the YouTube Interactive Bible Study. And it's been a while since I last posted, and the reason why was I misplaced my orange Gideon Bible, and I couldn't find it, so I'm using the New English Bible that was the Oxford Cambridge Bible that was my grandfather's. And also I tried to post and having a lot of problems. It took over 24 hours and it didn't post. So I'm doing this quick capture. It might have something to do with the new filter software I put on my internet, trying to lead me from temptation, as it were. And this segment is Matthew 2, 13 through 23, and deals with the escape to Egypt, the killing of the children, and the return from Egypt. After they had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said to him, "Rise up, take the child and his mother and escape with them to Egypt, and stay there until I tell you. For Herod is going to search for the child to do away with him." So Joseph rose from sleep, and taking mother and child by night, he went away with them to Egypt. And there he stayed till Herod's death. This was to fulfill what the Lord has declared through the prophet, "I called my son out of Egypt." When Herod saw how the astrologers had tricked him, he fell into a passion, gave orders for the massacre of all children of Bethlehem and his neighborhood, of the age of 2 years or less, corresponding with the time he had ascertained from the astrologers. So the words spoken through Jeremiah the prophet were fulfilled. A voice was heard in Ramah, wailing in loud laments. It was Rachel weeping for her children and refusing all consolation, because there were no more. The time came that Herod died, and an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, and said to him, "Rise up, take the child and his mother, and go with them to the land of Israel. For the men who threatened the child's life are dead." So he rose, took mother and child with him, and came to the land of Israel. Hearing, however, that Archelaus had succeeded his father Herod as king of Judea, he was afraid to go there. And being warned by a dream, he withdrew to the region of Galilee. There he settled in a town called Nazareth. This was to fulfill the words spoken through the prophets, "He shall be called a Nazarene." Now, as I said, I haven't read the Bible in avid detail since I was in high school, and even then, since then, I mainly just picked certain chapters and certain verses. Mainly when I was trying to prove myself I was right that Christianity is doomed because of all the churches that, in my mind, fail to live up to Matthew 5 through 7. Matthew 5 through 7 is probably the most read of the verses that I've read in my life. But this is the first time reading the Bible. I've been reading the New Testament from Matthew. I'm now on John. I read at least 2 chapters a day. And I also, when I was a kid, I read the Living Bible storybook by Kenneth Taylor. It was given to me by my aunt Betty. God rest her soul. I still love deeply. And at Easter in 1980, and I hope to give this to a daughter or son of mine sometime. But anyway, so I almost all the Old Testament stories I got from the Living Bible Storybook. So I haven't read the prophets, Isaiah. I haven't read the prophet Isaiah or the prophet Jeremiah. The only book of the Old Testament that I've read in detail is the one that the Birds made the based the song for every time there is a season, there is a time to reap, a time to sow. Asclepius, that one. Because that was the one that my Bible study group was reading when the time that I joined it. So I don't know. I don't have much to say about what the prophet said. Actually 3 times, that he would go out into Egypt, that Rachel would mourn her children, the Jewish children would be killed, and that he'd be called a Nazarene. And it's very, very important. I mean, sometimes the book of Matthew has been called the Christian Torah because of its Jewishness. And I mean, the other thing, like I said, I can't say a lot about that because I haven't read those books. The second thing is I just think about the death, that Herod was so afraid, so scared of losing power that he brutally murdered. He had brutally murdered scores of children. It saddens me to think about it. And I think this might be a little bit shorter. That's really all I have to say about this one. But like I said, if anyone else has any comments or anybody wants to share or add to this Bible study, go right ahead. Thank you. I'll probably have another one later this week. Thank you.